Wake up and listen, because everything you think you know about money, capital, and impact is about to shatter. You're here grinding every day, juggling the weight of building a future that's not just profitable, but meaningful. You watch those so-called stakeholder capitalism funds parade around like saviors, promising the world. But what's really behind that shiny label? Are they smashing the market or just spinning smoke? That frustration, you know it. The gnawing doubt, the sleepless nights asking, am I giving my capital a future or just feeding illusions? First, burn this into your mind. It's not about whether these funds talk the talk, but if they walk the walk with real results. Most players out there paint a pretty picture. We invest for good, and the returns will follow. But deep down, you know the truth is slippery. You want a force multiplier, an impact that scales, and a return that beats the herd. But the system has rigged the game to favor comfort over challenge, mediocrity over breakthrough. It's brutal. But the key is simple. Stop buying what the market tells you. Start digging where the talk ends and the data begins. Here's the raw deal. Yes, some stakeholder capitalism funds perform well, but many fail to capture the true upside because they're stuck in the old mindset. Incremental tweaks around ESG boxes rather than seismic shifts. If you want to own the future, you must hunt where few dare to look. Stop trusting fancy marketing and start asking, how aggressively does the fund engage with the companies it backs? How ruthlessly do they cut loose anything that doesn't drive both impact and growth? This isn't a charity game. It's war for the soul of capital. Demand transparency that goes beyond glossy reports. Push for real-time metrics tied to outcomes, not just commitments. If a fund can't show you the direct line from their capital to system-level change and market-beating returns, walk away. You want strategic activism baked into investing. That means funds that don't just own stocks, but shape companies to reroute value flows, tearing down toxic practices, building new business models that magnetize customers and talent like never before. If they're not aggressive shareholders, they're just fund managers. And here's the power move. No one's shouting loud enough. Invest in networks, not isolated funds. Funds that plug you into a web of founders, investors, and experts who push each other's limits, who pull the future into now. Stakeholder capitalism isn't just a fund's tagline. It's a collective muscle driven by relentless synergy. If your capital sits in a silo, it's as good as dead. Capital commands ecosystems. Demand that your investments come with real influence, with the ability to activate change, not just collect dividends behind closed doors. You're not here to play the old game, waiting for a safe, slow climb or a vague impact. You're here to disrupt. That means brutal focus on what moves the needle, relentless filtering for founders who live their mission and have their hands on the revenue levers. You must insist on funds adopting productivity over propaganda, where every dollar is accountable to world-changing ideas and scalable business models. No exceptions. Here's your call. Push every fund you touch to earn your trust daily, not just talk about it. Hold them to account with concrete actions and results. Own the narrative of your capital with the same fever as you own your mission. Remember, the future is not a place you enter. It's one you build with fierce clarity and refusal to accept less. If the funds aren't delivering superior returns and real impact, don't waste a second more. Demand change. Build connections. Fuel the few who dare to redesign capital itself. Forget mainstream. Make your capital a weapon for transformation. This isn't comfort investing. This isn't status quo preservation. This is liberation through ownership. This is the revolution capital forgot. Now go storm the future.